Hi everybody, hope you are all fine. This is Dr. ATEEQ. I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Engineering Drive. Dear students, in my today's session, let us discuss the first software development lifecycle model, which is waterfall model. Okay, when a software company should select this model for the development of software. First point, the waterfall model is useful in situations where the project requirements are well defined and the project goals are clear. So this is very important point. If the client has told all the requirements in detail without any lag, without any gaps, okay, then if the software engineer has understood all the requirements perfectly, then the first option is you can select waterfall model. This is the first indication that this model is suitable to you. The client should tell all the requirements clearly. The software engineer should understand all the requirements without any problem. Then we can select this model. First point. Then the second point, it is often used for large scale projects. This is a very important point here. When the waterfall model should be selected means if there is the project which you are taking is a very complex one, very large project with long timelines. Okay, so client came and told the software engineer that I want to develop this project. This is my software. This is what the software looks like, and I am giving you a lot of time. You can take 2 years to develop this software. So, software project is very complex. Duration is also very long given by client. Then you can select this waterfall model. Okay. Next, continuation. It is often used for large scale projects with long timelines where there is a little room for error and the project stakeholders need to have a high level of confidence in the outcome. So who are project stakeholders here? Project stakeholders are nothing but the people who are involved in the development of this project, the development of this software project. It can be software engineer, it can be client, or it can be HR manager, it can be project manager. Who are the people that involved? They are all become the stakeholders here. So all these stakeholders should have high level of confidence. What type of confidence? Okay, after 2 years this software engineer, this company will develop the software for me error free, so I will be very happy. This type of confidence client should have, okay, in software engineer. Then the waterfall model can be selected. So this is also an important point. Next, overall the waterfall model is used in situations where there is a need for a highly structured and systematic approach to software development. Okay, so if you want to follow all the steps, rules and regulations in a clear and understandable manner without skipping any step, then the waterfall model is the best choice for the development of software. And one more point is, it can be effective in ensuring that large, complex projects are completed on time and within budget with a high level of quality and customer satisfaction. So here, if you are selecting waterfall model, you should be sure that you are completing the work in time and within the budget. Whatever the budget specified by client at the time of requirements gathering and analysis phase, you need to stick on with that budget only, and you need to complete the software project within the budget and within the time. Then you can opt for waterfall model. Okay, now let us see some steps in how this waterfall model works. Now I will show you here. Okay, see here the working of waterfall model. What is the first stage in waterfall model? Feasibility study. Here feasibility study is nothing but the background work you need to do, the investigation, the survey you need to do, whether whatever the requirements client has told, whether all those requirements are really possible or not. This is nothing but like an pre-analysis. It is not analysis, pre-analysis, because analysis will be done in the first phase of software development lifecycle, requirements gathering and analysis. Feasibility study means whether the client, whatever the client is requesting to be done, whether really it is possible or not. okay, or whether client came from the proper background or not. You need to work on that. It is like one survey. That survey is nothing but the feasibility study. Once the feasibility study is completed, then the actual phases starts. What are the actual phases of SDLC? Requirements analysis and specification, and then as usual the designing must be done. After that, implementation and coding will be done, and then if any errors are there or not, testing will be done to detect the errors. If errors are there, then debugging will be done to fix the errors. If errors are not there, then the control will go to the maintenance period. What is maintenance period here? Before maintenance, client will take the delivery of the software, which is the deployment phase, and if any errors will come, again client will report back to engineer. So from maintenance, again it will go to the feasibility study and requirements analysis and specification. So here one important point we need to understand is why the name waterfall model given here. See, you can see here the control is going from top to bottom, but it is not coming from bottom to top. For example, once you come to design, you can't go to coding. You can't go to requirements and analysis. It is not possible. Similarly, once you come to coding, can I go back to design, sir? Means it is not possible. Okay, once you have completed design means then only you can go to coding. Once you have done coding, then only you can go to testing. From testing, you can't come back to coding. From coding, you can't come back to design. This is one problem in waterfall model. Because of this, I told at the start, when this waterfall model should be selected means when first thing, the software should be complex one, and the client should be having lot of patience. Means client should give a long deadline for the completion, and you need to complete the project within the budget. If all these points are satisfied, if all these conditions are satisfied, then we can opt for waterfall model. And what is the problem with this waterfall model? Once you go to the next stage, you can't come back to previous stage. And when the client will come to take the delivery of the software in waterfall model, at the end only, in between there is no scope that client will come and ask for any type of revisions. Once the last period, maintenance period only, client will take the delivery of the software. Okay, if any errors will come, then only again it will start from first phase. This is one major problem in waterfall model. So depending on the requirement, this waterfall model can be preferred. So with this, let me close my today's session of video. See you soon everybody. Take care. Allah Hafiz.